Hey y'all, welcome back to the journey. So it is a cold one today. So the truck said it was 25 degrees. Oh, I feel it. So I'm wearing my cold weather jacket today. But as you can see behind me, I got some area that I need to get cleared up because we really need to get, so we have two of those tents. It's like the portable garage you get from Harbor Freight. And then we also have our 16-foot car hauler trailer that I need to get cleared off because we need to start hauling stuff or have a trailer available that we can haul stuff to include new items that we would like to pick up to bring back to the house. And then once it's time to start cleaning up the actual house or the house that we burned down, we do have to get that cleaned up. We will have that trailer available as well. So if you have not seen that video of the house coming down, you should go check it out. I can always link it up here in the corner, and then it might also be at the end of the video if you want to check it out there. All right, so without further ado, how about some less talking, because that's what I always say, and more working. So let's get to work cleaning up this area so we can get some tents brought over. Alright, well, I'm just going to attempt to flip this thing over, move it off to the side, maybe over that way, because, I mean, this dude put millions of nails, nail, like every 4 inches, nail, and they're not coming out super easy, but, I mean, there's like a million nails per panel, so I can deal with this later, and this one, she just will not lay still this morning. I don't know. She's got water. She's got food. Being a pain in my butt. Yes, you are. Yes, I'm talking about you. All right. Let's see if we can't get this thing moved.
like a bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth.
Alright, Gladys actually stopped by on her way home. She got Willow and brought me some breakfast or brunch, I guess you want to call it. But here we go, we got most of this cleaned up. I mean, yeah, there's still a little bit of raking. I need to get another rake because I don't know if you saw, but the handle broke off the rake. It's over there on the side of the truck. That's the piece to it right here. But all right, so you kind of see where it connects here. So this pad is like a 10.5 by 17.5 roughly is what it looks like. And what we're gonna do is we have two of those portable garages, and I'm gonna go back to the house and start tearing apart the one we already have set up. The other one's in a box, so we can just bring that one here. But we're gonna have them here and here, basically side by side, to where a portion of the tent is on the slab. So the front opening will be here, right here at the edge. And then in the back, since it does slope down a little bit, in the back, we'll be able to fill that in with either like pallets or whatnot, or I can just leave it as is with the dirt and just build a shelving, on the back side. That way we can store some of our totes and bins and boxes, just get them up off the ground. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and call this portion done. Hopefully you were able to look at it okay, because the lens on my camera was kind of dirty from when I was cutting grass and I didn't notice until now. But anyway, that's cleaned up. And I said that whenever we came back out that we would show you kind of like the markings of what we're thinking for laying out the garage and the house and such. So without further ado, let me get you turned around. So there's gonna be a little bit of the talky, less worky, but we'll get back to working as soon as we get back to the house. All right, so right here is the main power pole that comes in, and then that is the easement that comes down, and all the power poles. And that next pole down, that's where we're putting the other power pole or the other transformer for the RV, because RV is going to be over there on the other side of the pond. And then the driveway that we're making is all coming down the left side as you're looking at it from here, the right side from the road, on this side of all the poles. And it's going to come basically straight in as you're looking from the street. Don't mind our trash, we're still got to clean that up. It's going to come straight into here. So you can see I have a flag right here, and there's another flag up on the hill, but all of this is going to have to be cut into. That way we can level this out. So this first side over here is going to be the RV garage, and it's a place to store the RV whenever it's not in use. So it's going to be completely closed in. And then next to that, so it comes over here, and you have this other flag right here. All right. So basically that flag over to this flag, that's the RV garage okay? And it kind of incorporates the well house. So this is something we still got to take care of. I gotta take this apart, get the well head and all this. All that's coming out, all right? But we wanted to be able to incorporate that well head inside like a little utility room. So basically that second flag there comes over to this flag here, and that's like a little utility room, okay? With next to that, so you got a flag there, to another flag here is we're either gonna do a 1-car garage where it's really long and goes back to where you can fit a car in the back and a car in the front, so it's still a 2-car, or a car and a car side by side, which how we have it laid out right now is side by side. So there's a flag there, then a little flag over here. So that's a side by side garage and everything. So the house originally, you can kind of see the layout from this. So how we're doing our layout is basically tilted. We're putting the front of the house facing north. So the front of his house faced more northwest. So as it's looking that way is northwest. As you're looking that way is north. So we wanted to turn the house a little bit of where he had it. Okay. And then up here, a space in between. Okay. So it's a space in between. So from this flag here over to the power pole, that's garage area. Okay. And then I don't know if you can see the flag way back in the corner. So pretty good size building. And that, if we're going to go with that style, because the size of this garage and the RV garage is definitely going to stay the same. Everything else is all going to be determined whether that well is good or not. So if that well is not good, we're just going to cover it up, have a well dug someplace else, and then we're going to change the style of garage. Okay. Which the house itself is not going to change. Just the only difference would be it would be shifted over this way more instead of going that way, but still not too bad. So we have a flag here, which will be the start of the house. So it'd be sitting in this area. Okay. And it goes over. So I don't know if you can see this tree right here. It almost goes to that tree. So we can kind of come over here. So the house itself is 40 feet by 60 feet. So the front, so from that flag I just came from to this flag all the way over here is 60 feet. And then from here, it goes back 40 feet. So as you're going back. So, and it basically falls in to where most of this is. We have another flag over here. And these are just rough estimates, y'all. Just rough estimates. So there's a flag over here. That would be the back of the house. So the back of the house looking. So I'll put up the camera to go all the way to where the back of the RV spot is. Which the RV spot actually sits much further back than what the house does. So I would suspect that the back of the house, of the other side of the house, would sit, I would say, we'll come up here to our drink pile. Probably somewhere like here, towards the front of this slab. So my flag's way up there, but that leaves all of this area back here open because we're still doing some type of retainer wall for this. But this whole area back here, so this slab has to go away though, because a lot of this dirt, a lot of this the hill still has to be cut out, and we have to move it forward. So basically we're going to have all this come in cut and just have all this dirt moved that way to make it a little more level pad for what we're doing. All right, so that still has to go away. All these rocks still have to go away. Metal has to go away. Still got a lot of work to do, but that's the layout. So if you guys have any comments or questions on that, then go ahead and shoot those down below. We love to hear your questions. We love to see your comments. I try to go in and answer every single comment. And yeah. But now, let's go ahead and get moved over to the house. So that's how we refer to it right now. The house we're living is the house. And this is the property. So we're gonna leave the property and head to the house. So let's go. And just like that, power of editing, we're back at the house. And we're gonna come over here and show you, well, it's the same tent that you saw earlier, and then the trailer. So this, I need to get it squared away. I'll probably end up taking a lot of the stuff off the trailer, that because I have this bar, right, that comes down. But for like the drill press, the bandsaw, some of that stuff, I'll probably haul that like in a truck separate. It rides a little, I don't know. I might still just push it up onto the trailer a little more, but that arm has to come down to be able to support those. And then just, you know, get this tied up, because we took a lot of stuff off this thing just to get it supported to get over there. But before we can do that, got this tent that has to come down. And then, like I said, that other tent is still right here in the box. So, but without further ado, before we can get this tent taken down, we'll get this opened up. Before we can get the tent taken down, I gotta take that down. So let's work on getting that torn apart, put back in the box, and then we'll start taking apart the tent. All right, while that is airing down, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect so you have little ratchet straps like that there's one for this panel and then one for the door. So I think for the door panel, I'm just gonna leave that completely on, because I should be able to come in, loosen that bottom one, take the tape off of here, say hi to my little GoPro man, and then take the tape off that one. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate this front panel, do the same thing to the back. I'm just going to leave the tarps on those, leave those panels whole. And then for this panel, I know that I'm not going to be able to move it, so I'm going to have to take the entire tarp down, because I'm not going to be able to move this entire thing all in one section. But I'm going to try to leave it together as much as possible. But probably not going to happen. So we'll see. But first off, let's get that panel off and this panel off after I've loosened, because this overlaps. So I have to take those off first, get it loosened up, and then I can take the front and back off. I found today. So now I can get out to the property and actually get some of that barbed wire fence taken down along the side of the driveway so I can get all those cedars cut out. Right now I need to get these. I had some different anchors that I put in here. They don't want to come out by hand. That one actually broke, so I had to cut it. And these are actually the rebar tie downs for traps that I borrowed from my buddy. So I guess this one, the wire broke off of the rebar. See if we can't get this wall to come down. So I was hoping that this would actually deflate on its own over time, which it will. It just takes a very, very, very long time. So this actually has this little tool that comes with it. It's the same button, or basically the same thing that you do to inflate the tub, but you put this little adapter on here, and then it forces the air to be sucked in while it's blowing out. So therefore it deflates. But for this part, let me get you guys set up. You have to put the plug back in. This plug has this little rubber O-ring, and then it has this little tool that you stick in because it fits. It matches the little things in there, and that's what it does. It holds that rubber washer open so you can deflate it. Little deflating tool. So let me get this screwed back in. Let's put in. Turn the pump back on and let's watch it deflate. All right, so I was listening to the Daily Vibe with Rox and Ant. Let me pause this. But as you can see, I've been taking all these brackets off the bottom here because you have that pole that runs through these sleeves. So to be able to get the top off, you have to take those bars out. You can see I've already done this side. And then I think I'm going to leave this whole center frame section together. Obviously I'm gonna have to pull out this pole here, and then I have to pull out the pole on the end because I already took out, you can see them up there against the trailer. I've already pulled these out, and then those are the ones out of the bottom. So I got this last one I got to do, and then get those poles pulled out. Then we can take the top off, and I just dropped Ant and Rox. Sorry guys. Get them picked back up, and we'll put you guys to time lapse to get the rest of this knocked down. sun is starting to set. Got gunshots behind me, but got basically everything in the truck and on the trailer that's involving the tent, with the exception of the floor. So, but I need to take this apart because I probably am not going to be using this whole thing and just had one tent. I'm probably going to split up the material, that way I can put it towards the back of both tents, and it would just be utilizing basically one sheet of plywood, or one sheet, so a 4x8. But I'm going to reclaim some of that wood to do that once I'm there. But I do want to get this onto the trailer because I do not want these riding the way that they are, because I don't know if you've ever put one of these tents together. Just know that this right here is a joint. So you have a pole coming into this piece and then a pole coming down. And the only thing that I have holding those, basically everything together, is tape, because I electrically taped most of the joints, and then the canvas that's on there, which is like a plastic style canvas. So I don't feel that that's really strong enough to be going down the road, especially, you know, at 55 miles per hour. I mean, I can always go slower, put the emergency lights on, that's fine. It's not that far down the road, but I think I'm going to call it for today. But I might edit this out and just do a part 1, part 2 type thing, or I'll look and see, because we're supposed to be having some bad weather come in the form of sleet and or snow, possibly up to 6 inches of snow. So with that, I don't know exactly what time frame that's coming, but if it's not too bad in the morning, then I'll come out and I'll get this deck taken apart, get everything up onto the trailer, get it all cinched down, and at least get it over to the property. And then I'll go from there to see. But if the weather first thing in the morning is garbage, then I'm just going to go ahead and get this video all edited up for y'all, and you'll be seeing it Wednesday regardless. So, or you're watching it Wednesday regardless. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm inside. I'm not back outside for the morning to take apart that platform. And if you want to know why, you really need to go over to our side channel, which is the Daily Scuttlebutt with IFF, and we're going to talk about it there. So, but we're going to leave you with what we got. So please subscribe if you made it this far. Share us out to your friends. It's greatly appreciated. Check out all the links we have down in the description. And remember to always thank a veteran at every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, Matt. Bye-bye now.